That day, a gate appeared on Earth, a gate that led straight into dungeons. From within, monsters came pouring out like endless tide. People screamed, chaos spread, and only those who blessed with the magic stood a chance to fight back. Among them, there was a clan known as Golden Seekers. Their names echoed with respect: Claudia, Nanthal, Iwako, Lee. They were strong, they were feared, but the fate has already written a dark story for them. The monsters stormed the human city. Children cried, women fled, the elderly stumbled in fear. Heroes shouted, "Quick, help the victims!" But a young girl gasps, "There are too far many of them." Just when all hope seemed lost, a man stepped forward, calm, determined, a man who would change everything. He asked the survivor, "Is everyone safe?" "Leave the rest to me." His name, Misato. Then he unleashed his power. Monsters fell before him like weed before the scythe. One after another, he cut them down effortlessly. The crowd whispered in awe. "He is incredible, facing this many monsters all alone." But everyone was not impressed. From the shadows, envy spoke. "It's because of his time magic. He can see the future. He knows what monsters will do. The man isn't even human anymore." And so admiration turned to fear. Just as Misato struck down the last beast, ready to seal the gate and restore peace, a blade pierced his back. His eyes widened. "This, I never saw this future." He turned to his comrades, his voice breaking. "Why? Why would you do this?" A cold reply came. "Why, you ask? Because you didn't see it coming. That's why you were betrayed." The truth spilled. "You are a level 100 monster with the time attribute. We only wanted easy money, but you endangered us." His heart cracked. He, the leader of Golden Seekers, who fought desperately to protect the world, betrayed for greed and fear. The monster closed in again. Misato cut them down one after another, but their number were never ended. He used his future vision, but every path showed only death. So this is it. His death, only the future left. Yet he refused to surrender. He says, "No, if I die, I'll reborn, stronger. I'll return and take my revenge." His rage erupted. Bloodborne, thunder, a golden lightning struck, and a silence followed. When he opened his eyes, he was lying on a bed. He staggered to a mirror. A new face, a new body. Looks like the reincarnation worked. Machines hummed. A student ID slipped into his hand. Only 20 years have passed, not 100. But this new body carried something unheard of: the void attribute. Misato smirked. "In my past life, they feared me for time magic, but void. No one ever had it. No one knows how to train it. That makes it the strongest." He whispered to himself, "Don't worry. I'll make your name shine as the strongest adventure." With his clairvoyance, he already knew how to unlock the void's true depth. He knew the ridicule, the hardship, the lonely path ahead, but his will was unshakable. Misato lay in bed, fist clenched. "If I am going to take revenge, need to level up fast, faster than everyone else." His eyes glimmered. The void attribute, nihility, its essence to protect imagination into reality. Anyone can imagine. But turning imagination into reality, that's the true power. He looked at his broken arm, battered body. "If I can visualize every cell, every vein, every wound restored by magic, then," he exhaled. "Nice, it worked." The cuts and bruises closed. His body slowly mended. Misato smirked. "It's still crude. The recovery is slow. But if I keep repeating this, the level will rise. My imagination will sharpen. Eventually, anything I see in mind will exist in reality itself." Doctor enters. "Doctor, you are finally awake. Don't move yet. You suffered serious injuries from a monster attack." Misato, though quietly. "So that's how the boys ended up here." "Doctor, still it's a miracle you survived. as if the saint herself has blessed you, Misato. What do you mean by saintess? The doctor froze shocked. You don't know? The saintess of the pentagram saints? Misato frowned. Pentagram saints? I never heard of them. Ah, of course, you just regained consciousness. Confusion is natural. Anyway, I must prepare for a full examination. Stay here and rest. Misato's eyes narrowed. Saintess, pentagram saints. Are they one of the new clans formed in the 20 years? Either way, I need to understand what this world has become. Then he saw a remote. On the screen, breaking special, the SS class dungeon disaster from 20 years ago. The culprit was none other than Misato Kyuchi, the level 100 time attribute magic user. Misato eyes widened. What? Me? The broadcast continued. He predicted the disaster but kept in secret, planning to seize power during the chaos. The Golden Seekers, the great pentagram saints, stopped him. They sealed the dungeon and saved the humanity. Misato trembled in rage. So that's the story they told the world. They betrayed me and then smeared my name. They sacrificed me and took the glory, and now they hailed as heroes. His voice cracked with fury. I won't forgive them, not one of them. I'll drag them down to the hell with my own hands. Misato picked up a smartphone, scrolling through its data. His eyes sharpened. The academy this boy attends, the Pentagram Saint Academy. Perfect. That means one of them is right here. He smirked coldly. Iwako's cunning as always. He won't show weakness easily. At level 1, I can't touch him, but this won't last. I'll level up. I'll bid my time, and you will be the first to fall. Weeks later, hospital discharge. Doctor, incredible. You are fully recovered in just few weeks. Truly a blessing from the saintess. Misato shook his head. No, doctor, this wasn't divine. It was my own power. Still, thank you for taking care of me. Misato breathed outside the hospital. Air, eyes burning with resolve. Now then, I'm done playing the patient. My level should be enough for a warm up. It's time to head for the dungeons. A low level adventure checkpoint stood by the dungeon gate. Guards check IDs and consent for anyone who wished to enter. The rule was clear. Parties needed to be at least level 30 to form up and enter safely. Anyone below that who tried alone was courting death. Guard, hey you are only level 27. This place requires level 30 to team up. Going in alone, that's basically a suicide. Misato, I am a student at Tokyo Adventure Training Academy. If I sign the consent form, I can enter. The guard hesitated, uncertain. That's true, but there, scoffing young man by near a tree, mocking. Ha, green horse should know their place. You think you can just waltz in? What a brat. Sato calm, smile. He took the form, signed. That should be all. No issues, right? Guard resigned. Yeah, fine. Sorry for the bother. Misato, I appreciate the concern. Thank you. Guard worried. Hey, you three, follow him. Letting him go alone is suicide. One thug. Sciential. Why should we? If nobody watching and something happens, nobody will care. Another greed in his voice. This is perfect. Kid goes in alone. If something happens, we can blame the monster and split the loot. The third nodded. Yes, he is a brat, acting tough. He needs a lesson. Unseen by the guards, the three of them already had a plan. To them, a lone, low level adventure was nothing more than opportunity. They followed, smile sharp as knives. 10 minutes later, the road had been clear until it wasn't. The thugs scanned the path, annoyed. We still haven't caught that kid. The one of them spotted the figure ahead. There, he finally caught up. They rounded up the bend and found Misato standing in front of a D-rank monsters. The three froze. Misato palm unleashed a bright fireball and a D-rank monster exploded into ash. The rare item that glinted from the beast remains was unmistakable, a lucrative drop. Their eyes lit with avarice. No way. He just slipped that thing out alone and that drop. If we get that, we can live easy for months. He hasn't noticed. Let's kill him and take it. They charged with knives and crude spells. thinking it would be an easy kill. Misato wheeled, annoyance flaring across his face. Misato scornful. For fuck's sake, did you really think you were being slick? He moved like a shadow. The attacker's strike met only empty air, as Misato dodged cleanly, his motions precise and effortless. Thug stunned. Another thug desperate. Cast a firebolt. Misato's fist met the bolt midair, then slammed into the attacker's chest. He fell backwards, winded and broken. Misato cold. Vermin like you, I'll crush you without mercy. I'll use you as a stepping stones if I must. Misato, heavy and decisive. My revenge begins now. After some time, a new figure arrives, Yuchi Sudai, a subordinate of Iwako. He came after hearing a student entered the dungeon alone, but he found three novice hunters lying dead. Yuchi freezes. What in the world happened here? On the other hand, Misato was in his house, checking the new spell, Information of Security, a skill to falsify his level, erase dungeon records. A perfect way to stay hidden. Misato smirks. This is useful. Tomorrow is the first day at the academy. His phone buzzes. Threats, demanding for money. He mutters coldly. So that's how it is. The next day, at the academy, students laugh, chatter, a voice calls out warmly. It was Asashi, Kyosuke's classmate, the originally body honor. She said, Good morning, I was so worried about you. Misato replies calmly, Thanks, I'm fine now. For a moment, he feels Kyosuke's warmth, but then three bullies appear. Well, if it is the no attribute weakling, since we are protecting you, you owe us money. Hand over the money. Misato narrows his eyes. Scumbags. Asahi steps in, voice trembling but brave. Stop it. He just got discharged from the hospital. Misato steps forward and asks Asahi to step aside. I will handle them. Bullies laughed. Don't act tough, small fry. You are a useless, a nobody who can't even use magic. Misato answered softly. You are the one who should know your place. Unlike you, I keep my word. The lead bully shouts, flame erupting. Asahi gaps. No magic outside the dungeon is forbidden, but the fire flies. Misato raises his hand. The flame bends and slams back into the caster. Gaps echoes through the courtyard. The other attacker, lightning, fire, wind. Misato moves with precision, dodging, counter-attacking. Their magic collapses before him. Satisfied? Now it's my turn. He unleashes fire of his own. Explosion crack. One bully falls flat, another staggers. Their arrogance burns to ash. The crowd watches in silence. Asahi whispers, Kyosuke, you. But Misato stands tall. From today on, no one will look down on me. Together, let's walk the path to become the strongest adventure. The courtyard shakes with his resolve. The bullies stumble back, terrified. We are sorry, okay? They cry, they run. One bully, shit, he is completely different after getting discharged. Misato thinking flat, in the end he wasn't at all. The crowd murmurs as Misato walks by. Misato, thinking, did I stand out too much? Suddenly, a firm hand lands on his shoulder. Man voice, polite, upperclassman tone. Are you Asahi Kyosuke? Do you have a moment? Misato thinking, annoyed. Who is this? He looks like an upperclassman. What a pain. Should I shrug him off? Misato says, Class starts soon. I'm busy. Man, slightly bow. Pleasant smile. Oh, forgive me. I haven't introduced myself. I am Yoichi Sudai, leader of the Biting Cat. Asai Karen surprised. Biting Cat? The clan founded by Principal Iwako? Misato inner thought sharp. The clan of the Principal Iwako. Interesting. This might be useful. Yoichi leads Misato into quiet room. He leans in. Business ally. Yoichi direct. I'll be blunt. Did you defeat the hunters found in the D rank dungeon last night? Misato. Defensive. What are you talking about? I don't remember. I was attacked this morning. I am level 1. There is no way I could have done that. He shows his student ID. Misato keeps his voice attribute hidden. Yoichi doesn't know the specific, but he presses. Yoichi skeptical. I was told a student entered the dungeon. I found evidence of notorious criminals who prey on novices. And this morning, you used multi attribute magic in front of witnesses. Now tell me, did you do it? Misato calm, evasive. I said I don't remember. I'm truly level 1, that's all. Yoichi with a thin smile, rising irritation. Very well, sorry for the trouble. Turns to leave. Yoichi reports the incident to the principal Iwako Haidaki. Yoichi, sir, I investigated the D rank side. The novices were attacked. I handled the aftermath. Principal Iwako, sharp, controlled. You should know better than to evolve yourself carelessly. If this gets out that our clan hunts novices, we will face severe criticism. He grips Yoichi's face with a warning intensity. Principal Iwako, cold warning. Do not forget, if things go wrong, you aren't immune. You can be discarded in an instant. Yoichi, nervous, complained. I understand, Principal Iwako. Yoichi thinking resentfully. Damn, if I'd known this would blow up, I have squeezed more of out of those idiots. Principal Iwako, puzzled analytic. One thing troubles me. Your report says the attacker was a third year, yet no third year entered the dungeon last night. It, it's more likely they were victims of monsters and you have covered up to avoid the fallout. Yoichi cautious. Is that so? Principal Iwako, considering then curious. Unless something unusual occurred, could a unique attribute involved? Suddenly something clicked into Yoichi's mind and he remembered Misato's word attribute. Then he says to Principal, leave it to me, I'll resolve everything with my own hand. The next day, in the dungeon, student unleashes wind, fire, water, and earth magic to hold back a horde of monsters. Suddenly, a monkey-like beast leaps over the wall, landing among them. Screams erupt. The students scatter in terror, but Yoichi doesn't flinch. With a flash of light magic, he slays the creature in one strike. Do not break the formation, Yoichi commands. The students freeze, astonished. He is amazing, one whispers. Well, he was chosen by Principal Iwako, another says. One brave student mutters, maybe I should join the fight too. Yoichi thinks to himself, good, I have cleared all the monster in this area. A group of students approaches from behind. Good work, Yoichi, they say. I'll leave the rest to you, Yoichi replies. Understood. Now then, time to do what I really come here for. He reaches into his pocket and pull out a strange set of chain. Casting a spell, he whispers, reveal Asahi Kyosuke's location to me. The chains tremble, then slither forward, pointing towards Misato direction. As I thought, Yoichi mutters, he is far away from others. Perfect. He smiles coldly. No one will ever suspect his death was anything more than unfortunate accident. Things like this, they just happen in the danger zone. Yoichi mind drift. First, there was that novice hunter incident. Nothing but trouble ever since I got out of the hospital. He remembers interrogating three bullies day after earlier. Is it true that Misato attacked you? He asked them. One bully stammered. No attribute attacked us, but he used the exact same magic as us. Another added, not just that, he created a flame bigger than anything I have ever seen. Yoichi frowned. There is no way I can believe that. He turned to his subordinates. Well then, I have heard what I needed to. Re-educate them. I have no use of weaklings who lose to incompetence. The bullies panicked. No, wait, you promised. One cried. That guy isn't even a human anymore. The fear in the voice lingered in Yoichi's mind. That fear was abnormal. Just to be sure, I had him sent to the biting clan special test. but all he showed was a powerful illusion. Must use the magic item, and that novice hunter. I am sure he dealt with him through some underhand trick. Yoichi suddenly finds another monster corpse. Just one strike, burned clean through. Was this Kyosuke's work? So maybe those bullies weren't completely lying. Still, this power isn't impressive. Even Iwako, the pentagram dropout, could pull this off. He grinds. For now, I'll follow Iwako's order, but one day I'll suppress that bastard and take his place as pentagram saint and rule the world. He laughs. But first, no one must know about my ties to the novice hunter, and as for Kyosuke, he will have a little accident soon enough. The chains guide him closer until he hides behind a wall. What's he doing out here? Yoichi whispers. Then he sees Misato sitting calmly atop of pile of monster corpse. You are awfully late, Misato says without turning. I am tired of waiting. Yoichi blood runs cold. My present should be completely erased. How did he? Misato smiles darkly. You are wondering how I sensed you, right Yoichi? Yoichi eyes widened. Did you just read my thoughts? What the hell are you? He demands. Misato rises, his expression sharp. I heard Iwako choose you, but you are not as impressive as I thought. Hunting novice hunters, extorting money. You are just as cowardly as Iwako himself. Yoichi face twists with rage. How do you know about that? Misato steps forward, his voice ice cold. You have enjoyed tormenting others for too long, but you have never known what it feels like to be hunted. I'll teach you that feeling now, and with my magic, I'll make you dance. Yoichi glares at Misato, fury in his eyes. You are a dangerous bastard. Too dangerous. He draws his sword, igniting it with blazing flames. For the sake of my ambition, I'll defeat you here at all cost. He charges, but Misato sidesteps with ease. That's it? That's your strength? Misato taunts, raising his hand. A massive fireball erupts. Yoichi slashes it aside, but before he can react, a lightning strike crashes down, forcing him to slide backward. The ground beneath him suddenly erupts with earth spikes. Yoichi roars, slicing them apart, multi attributing magic. Then he growls, and what the hell is with that void mana of yours? Misato appears behind him in a flash, sword in hand. Yoichi wheels around just in time, blocking the strike. Damn it, Yoichi shouts. All you do is get in the way of my plans. Your plans? Misato voice is calm, almost mocking. That's right, Yoichi snarls. One day I'll surpass Iwako. I'll take his place and become a pentagram saint. Misato raises his eyebrow. Why Iwako? There are others. Yoichi laughs darkly because he is the weakest. Once I become a pentagram saint, I'll have the right to rule the world. So it only makes sense to target the weakest first. Despicable, Misato mutters. What did you say? Yoichi roars. I was worried. You might have gotten to Iwako first, Misato says coldly. But if your ambition is that pathetic, I had nothing to fear. Shut the hell up! Yoichi screams, rage boiling over. What's wrong with wanting power? What's wrong with wanting money? What's wrong with wanting women? I want power so great that no one can stop me, no matter how many I crush beneath my feet. And once I became a pentagram saint, I can do whatever I want to do. And even I claim the saintess as mine. Misato expression hardens. Your words are even worth hearing anymore. This ends now. Their sword clashes, sparks flying, until Yoichi blades shatter into pieces. No, my sword! Impossible! Misato smirks. Thanks to all useless rambling, my magic is ready. Terror flashes across Yoichi's face. Don't come near me! Misato steps forward, smiling darkly. Now then, let's see how you dance for me. He unleashes absolute hypnosis magic. Yoichi collapses to the ground, unconscious. Misato watches calmly. This magic, it takes effort to break a target spirit, but once it's active, He says, "Get up." Misato commands. Yoichi rises like a puppet. "Yes, sir, I have stood up." Misato nods satisfied. "Success. Focus on the mission for now. I'll give you further order later." "Yes, understand." "Good. Speak normally. Act like yourself." "I'll get back to leading the group," Yoichi says before leaving. Misato smirks. Everything is falling into place. But suddenly, Asahi appears. "Kyosuke, where were you? I was so worried." "I'm so sorry," Misato replies calmly. "I was just talking to Yoichi about something." "With Yoichi? About what?" "Just a bit about how to make dream come true," Misato answers with a sly smile. "Did you get a good advice?" she asks hopeful. "Yeah," Misato nods. "Thanks to that, my dream will definitely come true." Then a voice echoes, Yoichi calling the class together. The special class is ending. "Let's go, Kyosuke. We can't be late," Asahi says. As they walk, Misato, still inside Kyosuke's body, smirks to himself. "I'm glad I joined the class. Now I have finally something Iwako would never suspect." After a few moments in the principal's office, Principal Iwako sat back in his chair and asked, flat as stone, "Has there been any progress on the novice incident?" Yoichi answered without hesitation, "Yes, sir. As expected, a student with a unique attribute, Asahi Kyosuke, first year, void attribute. I have been holding him at the usual location and interrogating him. He admitted using multi attribute magic to defeat the novice hunter." Iwako's face went blank for a beat, then tightened. "Multi attribute magic? What do you mean by that?" Yoichi kept his voice even. "The specifics are still unknown. Give me time, I'll find out. Also, Principal, it's been a while. How about you take charge?" A slow, almost vicious smile crossed Iwako's face. "Not a bad idea. It had been some time since I have tortured someone. I'll make him repay, both you and me for the trouble he has caused." He tapped the desk. "Very well. I'll head there later." "Yes, sir. I'll see you later." Yoichi bowed and left. Phone beeps. Iwako dials. On the other hand, my, if it isn't the great principal. "Thank you for choosing us in yesterday's bet." Iwako cut the pretenses, dropped the act, not taking the bait. The voice purred. Even partners deserve to share their lovely government subsidies. The voice belonged to Lei Roxy, CEO of Pentagram Saint Lei Company. "You are the same as ever," Iwako said shortly. "There is a student with void attribute. He is a failure on paper, but it's unique. That means anything could happen." Lei's voice dropped, speculative. "Oh, like Kyoichiro's time attribute." Iwako's face hardened. "Don't talk about him. It sickens me." Lei sighed, indulgent. "Still as short tempered. I can't blame you. Since that power surface, the balance among adventures shifted. I'll contact you. See you." Iwako ended the call and flung the phone onto the desk. "You selfish fox," he muttered. Hearing that cursed name after so long, it burns. His jaw set. Perfect time to take out everything I couldn't on Kyoichiro. He left the office and headed to the location where Yoichi had said Misato was held, in a rundown warehouse on the edge of the district. At the rusted door, Iwako used his spell and unlocked it. He stepped inside and called out, voice laden with malice, "Sorry to keep you waiting, Suda. I let all the anger I couldn't on Kyoichiro on you instead." The warehouse was empty. Confusion passed over his face. "What? There is nobody here." Suddenly, he was attacked by Yoichi. Iwako blocked his attack very easily. He says, "You have underestimated me. It must be all arrogance from you, God, being praised, huh? Did you seriously think you could defeat me with just that?" Then he uses his chain magic and bind Yoichi with it. He there and says, "There is no way someone like you could be a match for him. You made the wrong choice, you bastard. You have ruined yourself with your foolish desire." Yoichi Sude, I see. You are still an idiot. A voice erupts. Iwako was shocked to hear that. He says, "Who's there?" Groveling before the strong and exploiting the weak. "It seems you are still as greedy and foolish as ever." Iwako is very angry. "How dare you? I am the principal of the academy. Ruined yourself with foolish desire." That sounds like a perfect self introduction for you, Iwako. "You bastard, who are you? I'll expel you. Give me your student ID," Iwako shouted. Now, hold your horses. I have finally made it to this point. So let's take our time and take a little between just the two of us. Misato stood tall, his eyes calm, even as Iwako summoned his fury. "You dare make me a fool of me," Iwako roared, slamming his hand upon the ground. The earth itself trembled, and from the shattered stone rose a monstrous fist of rock, towering like giant. With cruel laughter, Iwako declared, "There is no way a student like you can escape this." And the earth wrath surged forward, engulfing everything in its path. Dust and destruction filled the air. Iwako's laughter echoed. "This is what happens when a mere student defies me. What a nuisance you have been. I'll watch you die where you stand." But as the smoke cleared, Misato remained untouched, unbroken. In a calm voice, he said, "Didn't I ask for just a little chat?" Shock carved itself onto Iwako's face. "Impossible! No one, no student has ever survived my advanced magic. Who the hell are you?" Misato eyes narrowed. "Who am I? Don't you already know?" Fear flickered in Iwako's gaze. "Stop screwing around and tell me your name." Misato's tone grew heavy, filled with old scars. "I am hurt, Iwako. Did you really forget me?" The name struck like a blade. Iwako fluttered, trembling. "No, that can't be. You are dead. We sealed you away, buried you in the dungeon." With the flick of his hand, Misato's nullified Iwako's spell. Magic shattered like glass. This, the impossible, stood before him. "You have always been only what was convenient," Misato said coldly, "and that's why you betrayed me." On his knees, Iwako gasped. That power, it's the same as Kyoichiri's Misato. But that man, he was lost forever. And then, with a quiet bitter smile, Misato whispered, "Took you long enough. It's been a while, Iwako. I'm glad you still remember me." Principal Iwako faces a nightmare. He thought long dead. Are you really Misato Kyuichiri?" His feet stumble. Iwako louder. "Don't you dare take me for a fool. That would mean you died and returned to this world." Wind gathers. Iwako, snapping a spell. Ghost should stay quiet. He hurls a blast of wind magic. Misato slips aside, untouched. An earth fist followed, tearing through the floor. Still, Misato dances clear. Iwako, "Insolent brat!" But from inside he was fearing. Iwako thought, "I must gain the upper hand. They called me a non-combatant, mocked me as a golden seeker, but I am not weak." As air surges, earth trembles. Iwako casts another spell. She says, "This is the secret technique I have honed for 20 years. Dual wind and earth magic. Take this." Explosion occurs. Wall shudder. Iwako gasping, then laughing. "How do you like that? My strongest magic. I did it. I fucking did it. I beat that bastard Misato Kyoichiri." He laughs, drunk on victory. Iwako shouts then, "Do you think I am the same as back then? No matter how strong your time attribute was, that's the past. 20 years. 20 damn years. I'm stronger now. The true strongest among the pentagram saints is me." A quiet step behind him. Are you done? Iwako turns. Misato stands unscattered, eyes like a storm. Misato cold. You have learned some powerful magic, as expected of the hero of this era. Good. Now can I unleash my anger without restraint? Terror crawls up Iwako's spine. This guy, he is a monster. I can't back out now, not even after everything. I won't let him crush me again. Earth hands lunges, water explodes. My, still breaking as ever. Water magic shreds the earth magic. Iwako then unleashes his wind magic at Misato, but Misato counters the wind magic with his powerful tycoon magic. His wind magic is deflated. Iwako is then pushed back towards the tree. Misato ignites his fist. One last stand. Iwako pleading, I am sorry, Kyoichiro, please forgive me. I am sorry for what happened 20 years ago. But behind the plea, a hidden thought flicker. Iwako thought smirking. If I do this, surely he will forgive me. Misato snapping. Shut up. This is exactly how you trapped me back then. Do you think I'll let it happen again? Magic surges, wind howls, Iwako backing away. Hold on, Kyoichiri, we used to be friends, right? Misato voice raising, wrathfully. You have no right to speak those words, not after turning me into a demon of revenge. The warehouse trembles with this fury. You should be thanking me for not killing you. I still have something to ask you, but you can't hear me now. Can you, Iwako? After some time, Iwako regained his consciousness. Misato says, calm as predator, you are finally awake. Iwako is very scared. He crawled backwards and says, please don't kill me. Misato, casually, I won't kill you, not yet. But you will answer my questions, won't you? He pulls a phone from his pocket, taps the call history, and points with a smile that doesn't reach his eyes. Tell me about this woman. Iwako paused, shocked, says, that's my phone, that's my call log. Misato, according to your call history, this Lei called you yesterday. What were you talking about? Iwako, she's coming to Japan in 3 days. I thought we were planning that's all. Misato, in 3 days, huh? I have decided what to do next. I'll give you your phone back. Treat Lei normally, but do not tell her my name. While you were unconscious, I placed a certain spell on your heart. So if you were to tell her, who am I? You know what will happen to you? He shows his magic and says, I'll boom your heart. But in reality, he never cast that spell. He didn't need to. For a man like Iwako, a threat, even a lie, is a leash. 3 days later, an airplane slices through the cloud. Inside, the civilians breathe, unaware. Then a panic scream, a gun, a hijack. Lei stands, moving like lightning. The hijackers fall one by one. Silence after chaos, then roar. Lei of pentagram saints. Gratitude, applause. A hero on the runway. Later, a man bowed and called her savior. She says, I'm glad I got on the same plane. Thanks to that, we also avoided the airline reputation. She continues, but more importantly, it seems this is some special kind of gun that didn't get picked up by detector. Recently, there have been many armed groups with gear. That's why I have to give my staff some gear for self defense, like the gear you carry. He replied, of course, I'll make sure of it. Afterwards, she makes one call, release the hijacker. The state danger becomes bargaining power, publicity, fear, and a most useful debt. Determined, she steps out. Time to take care of the business. I have come to Japan. At the academy, Lei walks into Principal Iwako's office with the same calm she used on the plane. Lei, you said you were investigating a student with the void attribute. Any progress? Principal, No, false alarm, worthless, nothing special. Lay, good. Now about the new drug we are developing. Who shall be our next guinea pig? You made pretty good use of this academic system, huh? On the other hand, Misato was listening to this conversation and says, how despicable. The next to drown in despair will be you, Lei. News anchor. With that, we have arrived at the today's headlines. Yesterday, Lei Roxy of the Pentagram Saints arrived in Japan. She is being praised for nationwide for handling the hijacker incident. Misato eyes narrowed at the screen. Lei Roxy, one of the very popular who betrayed me 20 years ago. Now she parades as a hero, selling weapons forged from dungeon materials and lining her pockets with fortune. But behind the mask, she is rotten, using the academy for schemes, preying on others. I can't let this continue. With this thought, Misato prepares to leave. At the academy, Misato walked the crowded halls, lost in thought. Misato thinking, the security was already tight when I first arrived. How should I move against her? A cheerful voice interrupts. Asahi, bright. Good morning, Kyosuke. Misato startled. Then casual. Oh, Asahi, morning. Asahi smiling. You were reading about Lei, huh? She's amazing, isn't she? She defeated all those hijacker and with the great snake of Changshan, that's her clan. They are very powerful. Misato curious. Great snake? Those men in black suits around her, they form that clan, aren't they? Asahi, exactly. Lots of students are here planning to join the military, but the Great Snake is what everyone dreams of. Misato, thinking, if I use that clan, I can get closer to Lei. Misato, smiling, thanks Asahi, because of you, I know what I have to do. Asahi, confused, soft, and says, you are welcome. In the next scene, phone rings. Iwako nervous. Hello? Other voice. Iwako, I need a favor. Iwako, what is it? Misato, if Lei contacts you, you know what to do now? On the other hand, in a laboratory, a man was tied down and was begging, please don't inject me again. I'll die. Heel strikes the flesh. Lei Roxy. No way. I don't like to take orders from the lab rats. Her stiletto grinds into his face. Don't be so pessimistic. If you are compatible, this medicine will make you stronger. Now continue. Syringe plunges, man screams. Moments later, silence. Another test subject failed. Loss of language ability again. Without magic skill, the body rejects it. We'll need more test subjects. His subordinate. Understood. We will prepare a new batch. Lay smirking. As always, disguise it as recruitment for the great snake. On the surface, ambition. In truth, sacrifice. Phone buzzes. Lay, sweet, mocking tone. Iwako, about those test subjects. Send me some skilled students. Pick them carefully. Iwako, reluctant, trying to sound steady. In that case, we should hold a selection exam. That way, the talented reveal themselves. Lei, chuckling. Well, sometimes you do have some good ideas. And with that, the date was set. Announcer, formal. The Great Snake of Changshan will hold a selection exam to recruit new members. Students cheered, their eyes shining with ambition. This is it, our chance to join the Great Snake. We can fight alongside Lei herself. But in Misato's mind, only one thought remained. With this, the path to Lei has opened. On the Grand Academy grounds, Lei right hand man stood before them, his voice commanding, says, thank you all for coming to the Great Snake of Changshan selection exam. I'll now explain how the test will proceed. Narrator. Among the students stood Misato, hiding behind the name Kyosuke. His eyes burned with the quiet determination. Misato internal thoughts. In order to join the great snake and get close to Lei, I must pass the exam. When I spoke to Iwako, I tried I try to stay unnoticed, but this time it's different. This time I need to stand out. I must catch the eye of Yang Shinyu, Lei's right hand man. I'll show them power they have never seen. Just then, a familiar voice cut through his thoughts. Kyosuke, you are taking that exam too, aren't you? Misato calm. Yeah, you too, Asahi. But actually, Misato hadn't wanted her involved, but Asahi's determination showed in her smile. Asahi gently, I know I don't really belong here, but I have my own reasons for wanting to join. Let's do our best together. Misato, brief pause, then soft, yeah. Lay subordinate. This device will reveal the magic power of anyone who touches it. Step forward one by one. One after another, students place their hands on their orb. Their abilities recorded. Then, Lay subordinates calling. Next, Kyosuke. Misato step forward, showing his ID card. Lay subordinates, skeptical, muttering. Level 30. Huh, not expecting much. Narrator. But as Misato's hand touched the device, lightning erupted. Sparks of raw power danced violently through the air, flooding the field with blinding radiance. Students shocked, overlapping voices. What? How is this magic power so strong? Incredible. Even Lei's subordinates froze, writing a single letter on Misato's record S rank. Next, the magic skill test. Misato turns came again. The examiners watched closely. Lay subordinate, analyzing, thinking aloud. Raw power alone isn't enough. Let's see with his control. Misato raised his hand, summoning a boulder of earth. Then, in flawless succession, water, fire, lightning. His subordinate was shocked. Flawless, all attributes. How? Asahi, excited. Kyosuke, that was amazing. Misato calm with a small smile. Thanks. Do your best to Asahi. Next scene. Asahi stepped forward. Before her lay a wilted plants. With gentle focus, she channeled her magic. Life surged back into the steam, green and full. Students, mocking, whisper, That's it, reviving a plant, nothing special. But Misato's eyes narrowed, light attribute, rare and difficult to measure. Lei's subordinates thought sly, interesting, worth testing further. Lei subordinates announcing, The final test will be the one on one duel. You will face the member of the Great Snake. Do not worry, we will not judge solely on the victory, but how you fight. One by one, opponents stepped forward. Then Misato's name was called. Green Snake Fighter, grinning, arrogant. So you are the student who caused all the spectacle earlier. Don't get cocky. I'll finish you with this one hit. Misato, calm. I hope to learn from this. The fighter unleashed a barrage of stones, earth shattering as rocks, hurled towards Misato. But with single gust, Misato's wind magic shattered the attack, turning it back on his opponent. Great Snake Fighter shocked. He destroyed my magic. And before he could react, Misato vanished. In the blink of eye, he was behind him, a blade of sharpened water aimed at his neck. Misato, cold and calm. Is this what you call real combat? Creating an opening with magic? I have learned enough. The field fell silent. Lei subordinate, stunned, whispering, He defeated a member of the Great Snake. Just who is this student? Far away, Lei reclined in her chamber as a call came in. Lei, the exam is finished. Any interesting recruits? Voice on the phone. Yes, one in particular. He passed every trial with overwhelming strength, but he is listed as a void attribute. Lei's eye narrowed, a smile curling her lips. Lei, void attribute. Could it be the very same student Iwako was investing? He 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 he. Looks like I have found my next guinea pig. Next day, Lei's right hand man announces the results of the selection exam are first, Kyosuke. The students murmur among themselves. Of course he passed. That ridiculous exam must have been a tailor made suit for him. Kyosuke smirked silently. Everything had gone just as planned. This was his next chance to draw closer to Lei. Next, Asahi. Misato's eyes narrow. So Asahi was chosen too? Just a unique attribute, and that was enough to pass? No, Lei must have reason. This is more than coincidence. It's conspiracy. But while Misato thoughts spiral with suspicion, Asahi's face beams with joy. She can't hide her smile. Well, Misato's vow to himself, no matter what they are plotting, I'll protect her, whatever it takes. Scene shifts. The Japanese branch of Lei Company. A subordinate greets the successful candidates. Welcome. Today you will undergo a suitability check before entering the Great Snake of Changshan. Afterward, Lei herself will meet you. For now, let me show you around. Misato clenches his fist. I want to say Lei now, but I can't leave Asahi's side. Asahi looks around nervously but smiles. It feels strange being inside a place like, doesn't it? Still, to be a part of Great Snake, it makes me happy. Misato turns to her. Why do you want to join them, Asahi? She lowers her eyes. My mom, she is in the hospital. The expenses are too much. If I can join the Great Snake, maybe I can save her. Misato's heart hardens. So that's it. Not for herself, but for her mother. Then I have to protect her even more. The group is led down to the basement. The heavy doors slam shut behind them. The students flinch. Misato narrows his gaze. No exit, no escape. They are serious about it. A student demands, what's the meaning of this? The subordinate's voice cuts like steel. Silence. As I said, this is the suitability check. You will be the test subjects for a new drug we have developed, made from dungeon ingredients. It amplifies physical and magical abilities beyond imagination. A student blurts, that sounds like a good thing. Misato interrupts coldly. And the side effects? The man smirks. Faster to show you. On a screen, a man screams, begging, don't inject me. The injection pierces his arm. Moment later, his body twists. The room erupts in horror. What the hell is this? The subordinate answers without emotion. That was a failure. An incompatible subject. Now, any more questions? Like hell, we are taking that. One student roars, summoning magic and charging forward. The subordinate laughs and sweats them aside like flies. Pathetic. The number of test samples have dropped. His gaze locks on Asahi. Then let's start with her, the one with the light attribute. She will make a fine experiment. He steps forward her. But Misato blocks his path. What are you doing? The subordinate sneers. Misato's eyes burn, keeping trash like you away from her. Restrain him. The order is given. Dozens of subordinates attack, but Misato cuts through them with frightening ease. His magic surges swift and merciless. The right hand man stares in disbelief. Impossible! All of them taken down at once. No student should be able to do this. Misato steps forward. Then you are next. The man panics. If I capture that girl, everything changes. He lunges for Asahi, but Misato is already there. His hand clamps down on attacker's wrist. I told you, I won't let you touch her. The subordinates stumble back, shaken. What is this power? Misato's eyes harden. Now brace yourself. The subordinate snarls. Damn it. Misato steps forward, shielding a sigh. Stay behind me. Her heart pounds, but she smiles softly. Thank you, Kyosuke. You are amazing. I couldn't even see your moves before. I know you have gotten stronger, but not like this. The Lei subordinate grits his teeth. Don't get too cocky, brat. Misato's voice cuts through the tension. Answer me one thing. Why use the academy students as guinea pigs? The man smirks coldly. Simple. Those who serve Miss Lei receive her blessing. Once the drug is perfected, her strength will surpass all limits. Misato growls. So you call this inhumane experiment acceptable? For her sake, we simply use what's available. The subordinate replies. In fact, it's an honor to become her guinea pig. Misato's fist tremble as Asahi words echoes in mind. Her mother in hospital, the joy on her face, and when she believed she found hope. That girl too. The subordinate sneers. She should be thrilled to offer herself to us. Misato's rage explodes. Shut up! Just who do you think you are? You are nothing but trash, trampling on others. You can't even begin to understand how Asahi feels. The room shakes with his unleashed power. The subordinate struggles, stunned. What is this pressure? Is he really just a student? Then a sly grin. Normally, I would tell you to know your place, but your courage, I don't dislike it. Hand over the girl. Miss Lei might even make you an executive. Miss Ato's eyes blaze. I told you to shut up. I'll never forgive people like you. The subordinate's aura flares. Then you will regret this. Body sensing magic combined with martial arts. It's unbeatable. Come. He lunges forward with explosive speed and his punch tearing the air. But Misato split past effortlessly. Asahi gaps. He dodged it. The subordinate laughs. Not bad, but you won't escape the next one. Again, he charges. Misato concentrates his void magic swirling, shaping into something new. The man scoffs. What's this? Giving up already? He drives his fist forward. Die. But the blow stops. Caught. Crushed. Blocked by Misato's void magic. The subordinate's eyes widen. Impossible. His power. It's the same as mine. No. Stronger. Misato smirks. Looks like I can use the body sensing magic too. Thanks to you for showing me the image. His fist crashes towards, unleashing brutal force. The subordinate's body slams into the wall, crumbling it. His last thought. Just who the hell is he? Aftermath. Asahi runs to him. Kyosuke, thank you. He nods. Are you alright? Then talk to others. I'll open the way. You all get out of here. His punch smashes the basement exit open. Light flooding in. I have a business to take care of. Go. In Lei's chamber, a phone rings. Madam, an emergency. Mr. Yang has been defeated. The test subjects have escaped. Lei jolts upright. What did you say? There's an unbelievably strong fighter headed this way. His voice cuts. Lei clenches her fist. What the hell happened? Her chamber doors crack open. A shadow stepped in. It's Misato. Lei's expression hardens. Who are you? Why have you come here? Misato steps forward, his voice low. For a simple reason. I have come to pay you back for what you did 20 years ago. What awaits is now the Misato's confrontation with Lei. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss what happens the next.